Hello again, we're back, and today I have some Weiss Schwarz boxes, some Frieren boxes, two of them. I've opened a few of these. I don't think I've done any videos for them. I've got some okay stuff from these, nothing too amazing. These are the reprints, of course. The first run is long gone. I have opened a couple of the first run. I haven't done these for a while. I do have my binder that I have these in just for reference, in case I want to look up and see what I got from these. As with all Weiss Schwarz, it's really hard to pull anything good from a box of these. So we'll just see what we get. If it's like really bad, this video might not see light of day as always, but like I say, I record anything just in case there's anything good in here. All right, my table's kind of cluttered up here, so it's hard for me to maneuver, but let me throw one of these boxes off camera for now, and we'll start with this one. Yeah, so I'm used to, I do mostly one piece. These don't have as many packs as one piece boxes do. So yeah, let's just we'll go ahead. Let me kind of organize this trash a little bit. All right, there we go. Let's go ahead and see what we get. So in these boxes, we get what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we get 12 packs per box. Sometimes these boxes don't even have a significant hit in them. You get some SRs. And that might be all you get. So yeah, let's see what you get. Now, just taking a glance at my binder, I think I opened some Japanese and some English. Maybe this was just all English that I did for this. Yeah, maybe it was all English. I think I did like 2 first run boxes and then just reprints because the first run, just vanished. It went really quick. So can I open these like Pokemon packs? I always forget. I think that's easier. Yeah, that's a little easier to do it that way. All right, so I don't know how many videos of these there are, but we'll take a look at some of the cards here. So we have common cards. All right, we're starting off with the SEC here. Homeland, Flower, Frieren, and Himmel. I'm still not too familiar with a whole lot of these cards, but we should be able to identify the more valuable ones. All right, we got an uncommon, rare, blowing a kiss, and then we have the circle rares, which are horizontally displayed there, but they're not really worth more than the common cards typically. All right, here we go. I think that's what they're called, circle rares, the CRs. Okay. Here we go. All right, nothing too massive in that pack. All right. Here's that one. What else do I have in this binder? This is Frieren, and I have something else in here too. Oh, Dandadan I have in there also. All right. All right, here we have a double rare. which is a little bit better, but still not. We'll keep that. We'll keep that aside. I don't know. I'll check on those. I don't think that's quite. That one's nice. Do I have that? I don't know. That's just a regular rare. Precious items, Frieren. Again, I haven't opened one of these in a while, so I'm not too familiar with. They're just not on the tip of my memory. So I have my binder right here, so I'll go through them right after I do this video. But I think I have most of the cards from the set. So, oh, now there's an SR. Elder Sage of Corruption Call. Let's see. Well, since my book's right here, let's take a little look. That's card 32S. I do not have that one. All right. So I'm going to throw that in my binder right here. I have the uncommon version, but not the SR version of that card. All right, so that's there's the uncommon right there, actually. All right, so that's a little win right there. That was a card I did not have, so that's good. There's a nice rare Frieren, Frieren Stark. Cool. Yeah. I don't know the values. Well, of course, I'll check when I edit the video. I mean, some of the SRs are worth a couple bucks, so that's nice. It's just really hard to get like a really good value card out of these sets. But I mean, just for collector's values, the cards are nice. So you can't really go into this expecting to get something huge. Like the really rare cards are just kind of hard to get here, like the signature cards and all that. All right, there's a nice circle rare, of which I'm pretty sure I don't have any of those. All right, so there's half the first box. Let's move on to the second half. But who knows? Maybe today will be the day. We'll see. On this early Saturday morning. All right, here's another SR. We got Days in the Northernland Stark. Let me put that aside, and I will check my book for that one. We got Party of Heroes Himmel and a Crying Frieren with Regret. All right, so this is card 54. Let's do a quick check for that one. Right, 54. Hey, what do you know? I don't have this one either. All right. I have the, if you can see right on the edge of the video, I have the normal uncommon version of that, but not the SR. Okay, so that's two SRs I didn't have. So I will go ahead and slide that right in my binder. All right. So that's not too shabby. I got two SRs that I didn't have. I've actually I've opened quite a few of these boxes. Like not like a whole buttload of them, but I've opened, I don't know, a few. I don't know how many, but a few. Probably more than 5. All right. Unnecessary spendings. Yeah, I've seen that one. Scales of Obedience. Of course, a pivotal scene in the show. Mimic. Sage of Destruction. All right. Flight Magic. Eternal Love. I think there's I think you should get 3 SRs in a box, at least, if nothing else. Yeah, and sometimes you just don't get a big hit in these Weiss Schwarz boxes. That's just the way it rolls. All right, Udbel. I like these profile cards. I mean, they're not like great detail or anything, but I don't know. They're just a little something, and it's just a little extra art that's not directly pulled from the anime. So, you know. All right, we're down to our last 2 packs, and I don't know. I think we're there's Pounding Fern. I think we're maybe just getting an SR box. There's Kana. So we got 2 SRs, so we should at least get another one in this last pack. Because I think it's, like I said, I think it's 3 SRs a box. Unless I got a hit and I didn't register. Or we'll get a last pack magic here. All right, there's a double rare. I guess we'll just put that over here. I don't think a double rare really counts as a hit. All right, so there's nothing in there. So what did I miss? Did I miss something? Was one of these a hit? Maybe. Oh yeah, the SEC. So I guess that counts as a hit. So this is card 2. Okay, so I actually don't have this one because I have. Let me show you real quick in my binder. Let me sneak these cards over here. So I have the double rare version of this. So this is like the hit version of this, and I'm gonna go ahead and slide that in there. So that's nice. So that was our hit of the box. So we got that and the 2 SRs. All right. So I will, of course, check the values of those and post them in the video like I always do. All right. So that was nice. Maybe. I mean, whatever. That's what we got. So, all right. Let's move on to box number 2. Let me get this out of the way and get this into the picture and move these cards into the pile to be organized later. All right, so that was actually good. Value aside, that was 3 cards that I did not have. Why does this look uneven to me? Oh, there's 7 packs on one side and 5 on the other. Ooh, error box. Error box, look out. Here we go. Not really, probably. It was just probably shuffled around in the mail. But you never know. Maybe we're going to get something. Who knows? Okay. So we had 7 packs on one side and 5 on the other. Which side should we open first? I usually go for the right side first. So let's go for that. Just keep doing that. All right, this is our error box. So we're going to go and get everything huge here. All right. All right, what do we got? All right, pack number 1. Here we go. It's not really an error box. I think it was probably just shuffled around in the mail, but you never know. Let's see. All right, we got a rare there. Privilege of the Young. Okay. I'm just gonna put these all in one pile, and I'll sort through them later. Okay. What shall... All right, there's our first SR. Executioner Jot. All right, I'll put that there and check it in a minute. I kind of like having my binder here for my reference. I don't know why I don't do that more often. All right, there's a circle rare. All right, so let's check. This is card 39. And do I have said card? I do not have said card. I have the common version, as you can see up there. So that would be my fourth newly acquired SR or special card. So there we go. We're making out pretty good with these boxes as far as cards that I don't have. All right. I will not be doing a recap at the end of this video since I'm bindering these cards as I get them. Or I can. Well, I can go through my book since I probably won't do it. Oh, I just kind of messed that card up a little, but that was the front card, so it doesn't matter. Okay. Or maybe that was messed up to begin with. Okay, let's see. We got a double R Frieren. So I think that means we don't get anything else in this pack. Flame. All right, 10-year adventure. Let me be a little more careful here because I think I might have messed that one up. In fact, I should be opening it this way. No, that just makes it harder. You need a little leverage when you open it this way. There we go. I think I just wasn't paying attention there. Okay, here we go. Ah, there's our dependable mage Fern, double R. Okay. Now some of these cards, they're you can, if you probably can't see. In fact, I'm holding this in a way you can't see it anyway. All right, but some of them have like an A or a B, so there's actually two different versions of that card. All right. Like two different, just common versions of that card. All right, we're still looking for 2 hits, including just an SR and maybe 2 SRs, maybe something a little bit better than an SR. Okay. You can't really go into these Weiss Schwarz boxes expecting too much, but who knows? Who knows? There's another double R. Okay. All right, on to our shortened second stack here. This one's giving me a problem. This is where the hot card is. All right. All right, well, there's an SR anyway. Passing through the checkpoint Frieren. We'll check that in a sec. Okay. Let's see, that is card, what does that say? 88. I feel like I might have that, but let's just check. Yes, okay, I do have that one, so that's a duplicate, but that's okay. I mean, I'll slide it in here as a duplicate. First duplicate SR of the day is not bad. So we should get one more thing. I think I saw a little something glistening in this pack, so this might be it. Let's see. We got an RR. Or maybe not. Okay. I think there's alt arts to the circle rares too, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, some of these are being difficult for me. All right, we got 3 packs left, including this one. Let's see. Kana and Luine together, as always. We should get one more thing here. What's it going to be? All right, 2 packs to go. Oh, I guess we got a last packer again. Well, no, last time wasn't a last pack. I just missed. I didn't count that SEC that I got. All right, but I think this should have our last hit or last SR in it. Oh, okay. Oh, that's a OFR, whatever that is. Yes, that's like a circle rare alt art, I guess you could call it, or whatever. OFR, whatever that stands for. So that might be our hit, I think. So let's just put that there and see if I got that already. All right, so yeah, I think that counts as our last hit. Let's see. See, that's nice. Let's see if I got that one. That is card 109. So it's near the end. Looks kind of familiar, but not sure. Oh, that's Dan to Dan. Okay, I do have that one, correct? This. Yeah. All right, so that's another duplicate, but that's okay. And I will put that, all right, for now, I'm just going to put that, whoops. Just going to put that right here. I see I have that one sleeved, so maybe that one's worth a couple bucks, so I'm not going to double up on that one. All right, so that wasn't too bad. I will check the values of those a little bit later, and before I upload that video. Instead of a recap, I will just go through some, just a real quick, well, you can't really see the whole book here, but, so what did I get? So we got this SR here. We got this one. We got this. And then the others were duplicates. Oh no, we got that SEC. I don't know if I can remember which one that was, but we did get the SEC. That I might have passed it already. Getting a little preview of my binder here. Yeah, I passed it, and then I got a duplicate of that. Which one was the SEC that I got? Oh well, it's in here somewhere. All right. Oh, it was this one, the very first page. Okay. All right. Nice. All right. So there we go. 2 Weiss Schwarz Frieren boxes. All right. So That was fun. All right. Anyway, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.